Hi everybody, welcome to our live video today. I'm Whitney Magnuson and I'm live here with Unity Stamp Company. I am super excited to be hanging out with all of you guys today. Let me know if it's working, because on my end it's saying broadcast interrupted, and I just want to make sure before we jump into it that it's working for everybody. So in the meantime, I am just going to talk about what's happening at Unity. We are celebrating our biggest sale of the year. All month long, November is like a huge stamping celebration. We always have new products. We always have exclusive products. So this year we have, I'm just going to show you. This year we have the Ornamental Pines bundle. There's still a few of these left. We had advent calendars. Those are gone. We have some membership grab bags, we have some regular grab bags, and we have like 12 new arrivals. And so we're really excited. Angela's just popping in with us too. So here's Angela.
Hi everyone.
I was just telling him what's happening for our month-long celebration.
Fun. We still have some of these left, huh?
Yeah, we still have a few. This morning when I checked, we have like 40. So
nice.
They're gonna go quick.
Yeah.
And these are like all ready to like ship out and go. So if you're wanting to get a head start on your holiday cards, rest assured this one will come soon to you. All the stamps are cooked, all the stuff is ready in the little baggies and ready to ship out to you. And this makes holiday card making so easy and fun, because it is kind of boring to make a bunch of the same cards, but with this you can do different layouts, different color combos, like so many different things with this bundle. So check that out.
Oh my gosh, when I just popped up to go to live, it said, see less notifications from Unity Stamp Company.
Do not press that, you guys.
Don't press it.
All right, I'm just going to show you the different cards that you can make with this bundle. So these are just a few of them that I've made over the course here.
They're so cute.
You can even make like cute little gift tags.
Ooh,
I'm just going to put like a sentiment on this, and I think it'd be a really fun gift tag, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely.
Obsessed with the gold and the craft. Love it.
Okay, is anyone else dying in here? It is
Yeah.
so hot in here right now.
And guess what already happened?
What?
I was sitting here waiting for the stream to start, and a box elder bug flew at my face and landed right on my face.
How do you even open this?
I don't think it opens anymore.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna roast. So let's get started with our project. So those are some of the cards that I have made with this bundle. I've just been having a ton of fun with it. So if you want to see how to use it, we have a few past live videos you can check out, and a couple videos on our YouTube channel. So lots of stuff to get you inspired. But
Nice. No luck, Nick.
No, it's stuck.
I think because of the foam,
Oh,
they no longer
yeah.
open, so it's like a fire hazard. We can't get out.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so Susan says those bugs like your perfume. I don't really wear perfume. Maybe they like some hair products or something. I don't know. But
All right, I'm gonna get water so I don't.
It is. It's the foam.
okay, Nick, can we put it down to Project Cam, please? Thank you. All right, so today I wanted to share with you guys a couple of different ways that you can make a little gift for your friends or family. This one has a little hot cocoa in it, and it was inspired by a card that Crystal Minkler did, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was such a cute idea, and so I created it with my own rendition. And it even has a cute little like burlap paper back, which I thought was fun. So, and then you can just slide in like a cocoa packet or even like a chocolate or like a candy cane in here. But just really cute. This would be a super cute like little teacher gift or for coworkers. And then this next one is just a little bit different for a little gift card. So this, I just made a little pocket where you can slide in a coffee gift card. So these are both like super duper like simple. You don't need special dies or anything to create these little gift pockets. So let's just get started. Let's have some fun. All right, let's go with the simple one first. So this is inspired by a layout that Echo Noble did, and I loved it. I thought it was really, really fun, and so I'm going to show you how she created this, or how I decided she created it, because there wasn't a video. So for this one, we are actually going to use one of our Unity toner card fronts. These came out last year, and we absolutely love them for winter creating, and we happened to get some more in stock, so I wanted to use it. So we're going to use this, and I already went ahead and like die cut mine out before foiling. And then we're going to use our rainbow shattered glass Deco foil. So let's go ahead and foil that up. So to foil these up, you're going to need a little piece of parchment paper. This actually comes inside of the back side of all of our toner card fronts. So when you order the toner card fronts, the very back piece here is always the parchment pocket. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and put our little toner sheet in here. Then we're going to, on the back of the foil, you can see like little lines, and I can see them going this way. So you always want the lines to be going like perpendicular to the laminator. So we're just going to put this right in there like so. And I have a preheated laminator. This is the brand that I use. I got it off of Amazon. It's about $20. And you can cut off this excess foil if you want. I'm going to do that after the video, but we're just going to run this through. And I usually like to preheat my laminator for about a half an hour before I use it. So Lupe asks, are the toner card fronts on sale? Yes, they are. All of our supplies, when you add them to your cart, you're going to get 10% off. So this is the only time of year that our toner sheets and our supplies like that are going to get a deal, and so it's a great time to stock up on that. We just got a huge restock of a bunch of pretty foils too that we were out of, so really great time to grab some new foils, especially if you got the Ornamental Pines bundle. It's fun to mix in those different colors for some non-traditional looking foils too. So alright, so it's going to be coming out of the back of our laminator here, and we can do our peel and reveal. So I got a little bit of stuff on there from the last time I foiled. Okay, so let's do our peel and reveal, you guys. This is going to be magical. Obsessed. I love, love, love that. So with this part, we can use the negative if we want. I'm going to set this aside for another time, we're not using this today. All right. Give you guys a look at this again. Can you use the excess foil that you're going to cut off? Yes, you sure can. So even though this has been through the laminator, I can still use it because it hasn't adhered to anything. So yeah, you can use all this stuff, every little bit. There's no waste with foiling. You can even take the toner sheets that we now have back in stock. They're just solid black toner paper. Set this right on there and you're going to get the negative there. So it's going to be mostly rainbowy with the snowflakes being black. So yeah, really, really fun. I think I saw somebody ask, when does this current sale end? And this current promotion is going to end on the 17th, which is next Wednesday at midnight Central Standard Time. How do you use the negative? You know what? If Angela comes back, I'll ask her to grab me some of the toner sheets because I'm actually out in the craft room right now. So if she comes back, I'll ask her to grab one and I can show you how to use that negative. But in the meantime, let's keep rolling here. So this is all foiled, ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and stamp our cute little mug. I'm loving this stamp set. There's a couple different ways you can use it, and so I'm going to show you this kind of simple way to use it. So this is what the set looks like. The mug and the marshmallows come separate, so we're just going to stamp the mug this time. So here it is. Will there be any new items on sale for the balance of the month, for the rest of the month? Yes, there will be. So we have releases happening throughout the month. So yes. But right now, like what we have in stock, like our grab bags, our word dies and things like that, some of those things are limited quantity and they are going to run out. So it changes up like that. The freebies change up and things of that nature. All right, so we're gonna take our little mug, and again, this is from the set Coffee with a Heart. It's by Gracie Ellie Designs. I love this set so much. It's really, really fun to work with. And I'm just grabbing a Copic friendly ink. This is what I happen to have in my craft room. Usually I use Gina K Amalgam ink, but I can't seem to find mine right now. I prefer it. I feel like it's a little bit darker than this. All right. See what I mean? It's just not that dark. The amalgam is like super duper dark. All right. I'm gonna be like super picky and stamp it again, because why not? All right. So I'm loving that. So we're gonna give this just like a little minute to dry, and when we are doing that, we are going to stamp out our word. So I am loving this little coordinating die and stamp set. This set is like absolutely perfect for winter and Christmas cards, and I love the cheers in there. That really can be all year round. And so it has these coordinating dies now that go with those big words. And so we're going to use cheers, and then we're going to grab the cheers die out of here too. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to just go ahead and stamp this on the top half. This is going to be just like a, kind of like a, just, we're using this to line up the words. This doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so now I'm going to grab my negative, because I already went ahead and die cut out this word. And I'm just going to position my negative around this. And grab a little bit of tape, wherever it may be. And just kind of hold that in place. So our stamp stays the exact same position that it was. And then we're going to grab our die cut, and we're going to pop this right in there. All right, I'm going to clean off this stamp because we're going to stamp it in a brown ink that I thought kind of went with coffee looking. So this is Gina K Designs Dark Chocolate. And I believe we have this in cubes. So we're just going to stamp this down. And the great thing about using this technique for dies too is that you can stamp it down as many times as you want to build up that color. All right, so now we can just pull this out, and there is our little stamped on word. So stinking cute. I love that. All right, so I think that our mug should be good to color. So I am no Copic expert, but this is how I got kind of the look of like the hearts in the coffee. And so I'll just share like my method, and yeah, you guys can take it from there. All right, so I'm going to start with kind of a mid-tone brown. This is E35, and we're going to start by just outlining the coffee, and this is going to look very sketchy at first. Just trust the process, because like at first you're going to be like, whoa. But with alcohol markers, you just got to blend it and keep going over it until you like it. So just don't panic. All right, so now we're going to go in with a darker one, and we are going to outline around this. Kind of keeping that heart shape. I do have some white spots, and that's okay. So we're just going to repeat this process. See what I said about it looking freaky? Just do not panic, because I was when I first did this. It's like there's no way that this is going to turn out not ugly, but it worked. All right. So I'm liking that. So now I'm going to go over like this whole thing with like a light. This is E33. And I'm doing like little circular motions over it. and just kind of blending out what we just did, so we're not so scared. And as the alcohol markers kind of sit too and blend together, it does blend more. So it just takes a little moment for it to like dry and kind of blend. But you can still kind of see those little bit of heart things going on. All right. Go back around. Kind of do a more defined heart. Like so. And we're going to go in with that lightest color again and blend all over the top.
That's wild how much those blend. I can't believe that.
I know, were you scared?
Yeah, a little bit.
I know, isn't that fun? Like it really does blend together really nice, and we still kind of have that heart shape in there, which I love. So now we're gonna just grab a little bit of, I have like a white paint, actually first we're gonna do the outside, not get a hold of my, or ahead of myself. So I'm gonna do our mug purple. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of start with this. This is V04, and we're gonna color our whole mug with this. So you'll notice too that as this sits, it's gonna just kind of settle and blend together like even more as it dries. So it just gets better. All right. And this is like pretty fun to color. I'm not super worried about going outside of the lines on this mug part because we're going to be fussy cutting it anyways, so it doesn't really matter. What type of pens am I using? I'm using Copic markers, and they are alcohol markers. All right, so this is just kind of a little bit of a darker one, and I'm going to go on the inside of here, because this is where I feel like it would be darker, right inside of here, and then this bottom part of our mug. Julissa had a great tip. She said if you really want to get fancy, you can take your colorless blender and remove a little bit of the color in certain areas for like foam. It takes like a little bit of like elbow grease to do that, but you get the idea. All right, so there's that. We're gonna go ahead and cut this out, and then we're gonna add some white and sparkle to it. So look at that, you even get a little picture on the back. There isn't a coordinating die for this set, but that's honestly okay because this is just, it's super simple to cut out. It's just a heart. I love how you can make the coffee look like kind of like heart swirled, like it's frothy. All right, so now whenever I kind of fussy cut out like that, I like to just take a black marker. So I'm just taking my black Copic, and we're gonna run it along the edges of our cut line. So if there's any white, it is covered up. It kind of looks like it's a part of the stamp. All right. I am happy with that. All right, so now we're gonna take a little white paint pen. This is the one that I have. And we're gonna do some white accents on here. Just kind of activating it, pressing it down. All right, so I'm just kind of doing a little bit of the edges like that. Then I'm gonna grab my Nuvo, what is this thing? My Nuvo Aqua Shimmer Pen. And this is in the color Midas Touch. It's kind of like a gold color. And I am just gonna trace along some of those heart areas and add some sparkle. So when it dries, we're gonna have that little sparkle detail in there. All right, look at that. We are getting it done. Okay, so I just realized I set my my stamp scrubby on top of that. Well, have to roll with it, right? All right, so we're gonna grab our sheet that we already went ahead and foiled. And I'm gonna show you how you can use that negative real quick. So here is the negative, and I don't know how well this is going to use because my foil got a little wrinkly, but we'll still try it out. It needs to be like very completely flat, otherwise sometimes the foil won't adhere. And just keep in mind too, when you foil, it's not going to be perfection. So if that's hard for you, for things not to be perfect, it's just kind of something to get used to. So this is the product. It is called the Deco Foil Toner Sheets. As you can see, it's just a solid sheet of toner paper. So I'm going to cut this down to the size of our card base, so 4.25 by 5.5. All right, so here that is, and we are going to be putting this black side down on top of this, and we're going to put it in our parchment pocket, just like we did before. So let's see. Put that in there, like that. Grab our laminator and run this through. Just making sure it wasn't pushed all the way to the inside. And I want it to be.
Do we have those in stock yet?
Yes, they are in stock. They just arrived and I just put them on the website about a half an hour ago. All right, so I'll show you one other thing you can do with this too. So there's just lots of possibilities with this, and what I said, like I said earlier, there's like no waste. So wait for that negative to come out. So this is the positive, and I took the Deco Foil toner card front. I put some rainbow shattered glass foil on top of this, and we were left with what we're running through the laminator right now to make another card. All right, it is almost out here. Here we go. So let's do the peel and reveal on this. Oh, I actually think it did pretty well. We have one little crease down the center where it's not going to adhere, but I think that we can work with that. All right, so there it is. You can kind of see those snowflakes on there. So now if you wanted, what is kind of fun is that you can foil again and make those snowflakes a different color, because there's no foil on that part of the toner sheets, so you can do that. So I'm just going to take this silver, and we'll see what it looks like when we make the snowflakes silver. So you don't have to do this, but I think it's kind of a fun thing to share with you guys that you can do.
Can you run it through without the parchment paper?
You can, but you're risking it jamming And the parchment, I think, just kind of helps, like, I don't know, helps it to stay together, all nice and flat so you don't have wrinkles. So a big part of foiling why you get things like this is there's a wrinkle in the foil or there's a wrinkle in your parchment paper. So it's just really important to do what you can to keep it completely flat. If I would have maybe put a shim in there, like another sheet of paper, we probably could have avoided that. So, but like I said, foiling is not perfect. It's just fun. So once you keep that in mind, it makes it fun. All right, so let's see what happens now with our silver on here, on the snowflakes. See that? Now all the snowflakes are silver instead of black. So you can do multiple foils like that. And we even caught the center there that was missed on our other one because it was wrinkled. But pretty fun. I like this. Like I could even cut this in half and then maybe have like ripped edges and then like a sentiment in the middle on white cardstock. I think that would be really fun. I could cut out die cut sentiments with this, lots of different possibilities. So don't throw away any of that. And what's even more fun is now I have another negative that I can use yet again if I wanted. So I could take the negative of the negative, put it on this, and make another card base. So this is all from one of the toner card fronts. It's kind of hard to believe that you can get that many from one card front, but you can. So now we're gonna get an even different look here. And the image does kind of distort the more that you do this, but you guys kind of get the idea. It's fun to have those little bits of pattern and texture and sparkle, just even if you create like punched out embellishments or anything like that. So lots of possibilities. This will be the last time I run it through, I swear. You guys are probably like, yeah, we get it, you can keep doing it. But it's just fun to share. So this will be coming out in just a second. I always feel like the laminator takes forever during a live video. Yes, Shauna, it is never ending. It's like the never ending story around here. All right, here it is, the peel and reveal of this one. And so, as you probably have gathered, I could go again and foil the snowflakes a different color. I could take this and foil again and the snowflakes would be rainbow. So lots of possibilities with that. All right, moving on. So we have our foiled up toner sheet here, and this is with rainbow shattered glass. We are going to be using a craft piece of cardstock for our matting. So I'm just going to, oopsies, that's out. That's out too. All right, liquid glue it is. I'm going to use my Connect glue to adhere our layers. Yeah, the black snowflakes are kind of fun, different. I love doing non-traditional colors and things like that for Christmas as well as traditional. It's just fun to mix it up, especially if you make so many Christmas cards. All right, so we're going to pretend like that's not there and put our, actually, yeah. We'll adhere this down. Whoever gets this card, there's going to be a little bit of character in it. All right. We got that all ready to go. So now we're going to take our mug. We're going to pop that up in the center. And I'm loving how it's looking with our fun coloring.
Sue's wondering how many prints you've made.
How many prints I've made? Like from the negatives? Probably like the limit that I've done is maybe 3, just because the image does start getting a little bit distorted. But yeah. Popping this up properly, of course. We're even going to put a little one on the handle so that's not going to float out into space. All right. So I get this huge roll of foam tape from Amazon. If you are curious about it, it's about $12.99 for the big roll. I use a ton of it. All right. We're going to pop this up in the center. Love. Then we're going to grab our cheers, and this is from, we stamped this from the Heart of Christmas, cheers, and then I used that fun coordinating die to get a little die cut word. I love it. All right, we're going to use our liquid glue on this. Trying to be careful not to get like glue everywhere. I'm not going to put glue on the back side of the C because that's going to kind of hang off our mug a little bit. And we can put a piece of foam tape behind that if we wanted. But here's what we're working with. So now we got to do our little pocket that we can put a gift certificate in, or a gift card. So I went ahead and I cut this little sheet of craft cardstock. This is 1.5 inches by 4.25. So we need to create a little pocket. So what we're going to do is take a very thin piece of, oopsies, of our foam tape and put that on the bottom here.
Get you a fan. Are you about to pass?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Are you dying?
Yes.
No, don't feel obligated to
I know.
have to die in here.
I'm not going to. I'll vomit some and I start sweating again.
All right, so we're just creating this little pocket to put our gift card in. So this is what it looks like on the back side.
Cute.
And you just want to make sure that like the edges are sealed like this so your gift card doesn't plop out the bottom. Right? And we're just going to put this right across the bottom of our card. And now we have a cute little pocket. All right, so now we're going to grab a stamp from the set that we've been using. Coffee with a Heart. I love this one. Maybe it's coffee, maybe you're too awesome. So we'll use that. Just gonna put it on there and we're gonna stamp it out with our dark chocolate ink. Get it all good because I'm not using a Misty for this.
Ruh-roh. She's living on the edge.
Yep. I did it up just
That's
a little bit
perfect.
so we can have room to put this in there and the sentiment isn't covered up. But this is what the end result is. You just have a cute little pocket here where you can put in a coffee gift card or, you know, money or whatever you want to do for
I love it.
your loved one. But
That's so
I think
cute.
that turns out really fun. It's just one simple way to do a little pocket. Now I'll share with you an advanced way. And who knows, maybe my way of doing this next one is more difficult than it needs to be, but this is how I did it.
We tend to do that sometimes to ourselves, don't we?
Yes. All right, so I'm just going to kind of clear my area just a tiny bit here so I can have some room for our next card creation.
Did you see Carla's question there on the comments?
Oh,
No,
sorry.
what was it?
It says, do you think the large roll of foam tape is cheaper than the sheets of tiny foam squares from Amazon? Although I know time-wise, removing all the paper of those small squares is time-consuming.
I don't know what the price comparison is,
Yeah,
but
I don't
just
either.
for like the amount of foam tape that I use and how I like it to be like solidly covered, it's more of value for me to do
Yeah.
the big one. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Depends
All right.
on how much foam you like.
Yeah, right. So here's the next pocket one that we're going to do. It just has a cute little hot cocoa thing in there. So I went ahead and I raided Angela's paper stash. And this is one of hers that she had, and I loved it. It had all these
Did you use? Oh, you
Different-
did use the polka dots.
vintage
Polka dots on my
papers in
fave.
there, which I loved. Oh, you know what I just realized is we have to cut our red sheet of paper, but that's okay. That's real simple.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Can you cut it to 4.25 by 5.5?
Sure. Fun.
All right, so we're gonna move on to this little buddy here. So for this pocket shaker, we're gonna start out with a white card base here, and this is 4.25 by 5.5. And I'm not super worried that I'm writing on here because it's all gonna get covered up. So on the front side here, we're going to take our first sheet of pattern paper and adhere this down.
Ouch.
This is gonna be our, like the part that we're gonna be like looking at. We're gonna see a little bit of this. So we're just gonna put this down on top and it's the exact same size.
Pretty.
So I'm using like a white sheet of paper just because I wanted it to be a little bit more sturdy, but you certainly do not have to do
Do you
that.
want me to cut that little extra off? I suppose not, because you're going to cover it.
Yeah, we'll get it all
Okay.
covered. It'll be just fine. So now for the next part here. So I went ahead and I cut this left side here is 4 by 4.25. And then I did like a little bit of extra again because I wanted that structure. You could, you know, cut it 1/4 of an inch bigger on the edges if you wanted, but this paper is just a little bit thin for my liking, so I wanted to adhere it down to some white paper. So just so we have a little bit of an edge here. So we're just going to take this. We are going to put it on our white cardstock. And it's nice using liquid glue for this because you can kind of shift it around where you want. Except for this next part, which I wish we had stuff for. But I'm out of adhesive. Okay, so we're just going to fold over these edges.
Fun.
And you can use your bone folder if you want.
Do you want one?
Doesn't matter.
You're good. Okay.
And then this little square part, I'm just like cutting off because it just gets in the way. It doubles up and adds bulk. All right, so we're gonna take this now and we are going to adhere that down. I'm just gonna see if we have any.
We're completely out of adhesive.
See what this is.
Yeah, let's open some of this stuff.
Super tape adhesive. This sounds like what I need. All right. Oh yeah, it is a super tape. It's like stuck in the packaging. Okay.
Otherwise, there's this one
So
too.
we're gonna take this.
All kinds of goodies in our drawers.
And hopefully this is double-sided. We'll find out, huh? Yes, it is. Cool.
Yay.
All right, so I'm just going to take some of my tape, put it down right here on the bottom edge, pull that off, and then we'll do the same thing right here. That's kind of nice, actually.
Does it have a dispenser, or is it supposed to just stay like this?
It's supposed to
wonder.
be like this,
Oh,
I think.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So we're just going to line this up. And can I have the bone folder for this part, please? Do you have it?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was reading a comment.
All right, so I'm just going to take
My brain is not with me today.
my bone folder and just adhere that down nice and tight. So there's our first little pocket. So now for our right side. So this is 4.25 by 4, and I just cut it diagonally in half. And then again, we have our little 1/4 inch border here, so we have room to wrap it around.
Fun. They're talking about our paper, how much they love it.
That's
We've shipped
awesome.
out a lot of paper today. I've been back there filling orders here and there, and lots of paper packs.
It's so fun to see the papers that you guys choose.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we're going to do the same thing. We have that adhered down, and we're going to fold over our edges, creating a little pocket. We'll do the same thing here. And then I'm just going to cut this little corner because we don't need it. All right. So now We are going to add adhesive down here and on the one edge.
Oh, I put it
I
right
was
here.
like, where did it go?
See, I need to go.
Give it back!
You stay way more organized when I'm not in here, I think.
No, yesterday I was like, I was losing everything. It was a total Monday crafting video.
Gosh. Oh, now my volume went up. How'd that happen?
Alright. Put that down. And then we'll put it down on this edge.
Done. Okay, I'm gonna step out of him for just a little bit.
Right. So there that is. And we are just going to fold it right over onto our adhesive. And I'm just going to use my bone folder to make sure it is nice and adhered down. So here we are looking at our cute little pocket. Now that backside, we got to cover up the ugly, right? So we're going to take, this is actually like burlap paper that we have in our shop. It comes in 6x6 squares, but I went ahead and cut it down so it could be the same size as the back of our card. And I think this is going to be really nice for adhering it actually. It's a very strong tape, so why not try it?
Will you come more in frame a little bit towards you?
Oh, sure.
There you go.
All right. Wow, you got my head in the frame? Nick?
Huh?
You have my head in the frame?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Your card was just a little high.
Oh.
Thanks, Shannon.
Perfect. So we're just going to remove this backing. I'm actually very impressed with this adhesive. Like, I feel like it might be a new staple. That's fun. I've had it for years and never tried it. What the heck? This gem just sitting there. All right, so we're going to adhere our burlap paper on the back side, and this is just to cover our ugly mess that we did with the folding over. And I'm aligning it to the bottom because I'm just going to end up cutting off like that little bit there to make it all like cohesive, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to flip it. You could use your paper cutter, whatever you want to get that. This adhesive is like so thick, it's like hard to cut through almost. All right, so that's what we're working with right now, our little pocket. So now we need to stamp out our cute little stamp to put on this. So we'll just set that aside for a second. And I was telling you guys earlier, there's a couple different ways you can use this set. You can use it with the marshmallows or without. So we're going to use it with the marshmallows for this one because I want to show you how this all works. All right. I'm thinking...
Janet says that red line tape is very strong and great for this project.
Yeah, it is really awesome. All right, so I am just going to grab my Misty here. We're gonna put this inside and we're gonna stamp out our mug, again in Copic friendly inks. We're gonna color this one up with alcohol markers as well. So I'm gonna grab my archival ink. And I love the versatility with this stamp set, how you can use it, you know, as coffee, you can use it as cocoa, you could color it, you know, lighter so it's tea. And it even has a little spoon to go with the set, so I thought that was super cute too. So
Uh-oh, Sue says you're gonna need some Goo Gone to clean your scissors after getting the red liner tape on it.
oh, this scissors is actually like a special one where you can cut foam tape and stuff with it. So hopefully I don't have to. It's like an I don't know, it's a special one for cutting foam tape and adhesive. It's awesome. All right, so there is the mug. So now we're gonna take our cute little marshmallows and stamp that right inside. Just lining it up right to the center. It's super easy. How it's cut just fits right in there. And you get your cute little marshmallows, you guys. I can't even handle that. It's so adorable. All right, love it. This is very cute. So we're just gonna set this aside to dry before we get into coloring. And while we're waiting, we'll stamp out our sentiment. So I just die cut out a little square here, and I'm grabbing You are the sugar to my coffee, little sentiment, because it fits perfectly on here. And I'm really loving this brown ink for kind of coffee cards. So we're going to use that same dark chocolate ink that I've kind of been using this whole video. But it's like perfect for coffee cards, and I love brown for winter type cards too, like vintagey. It's just kind of fun. All right, you are the sugar to my coffee. How cute is that? All right, we'll set that one aside. Now we're going to color up our cocoa. So for this one, let's go ahead and color our cocoa first. So I'm going to go in with E35. And I'm going to start by coloring like all of the liquid on the inside this color. And then we'll go in and we'll add some shading and stuff. But first, this all over. And I'm trying not to color in my marshmallows. So Nick, if we have any questions during this time, if you want to read them, that would be perfect.
I haven't seen any questions yet. Just a lot of ideas for what we can do with this card. Shannon says her hubby loves iced decaf coffee, so the marshmallows could be colored to look like ice.
Oh, for sure, yes. Lots of different ideas for this set, for sure. So while I'm coloring, I'll just tell you guys, I am using one of our newest releases right now. And we have tons of new stamp arrivals and coordinating dies and limited edition products because we are celebrating our biggest sale of 2021. It's happening right now. It's 55% off of all regularly priced stamps. And we have about 3,000 stamp sets, so you can shop to your heart's desire with that. All right, so there's that going on. So now I'm going to go in with our E37, and I'm going to add in some darker kind of shading. So I'm going to go kind of around the edge here. Right down here. And then we're going to add a little bit of shading around our marshmallows. So again, it starts to look freaky, but we're going to go in and we're going to blend this out, and it's going to be great.
Julie had a good idea and said, I wonder if it would be easier to color the coffee first, then stamp the marshmallows after.
Yeah, you'd have to like fussy cut them out maybe, because otherwise the marshmallows will be brown. Am I understanding that right?
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
All right, so I'm going in with my light tone. This is E33, and I'm just kind of blending it all together here. Till we're happy. All right, so now we're gonna want to make those marshmallows pop a little bit. Yes, marshmallows are white, But to make them pop, I'm going to go in with warm gray number 3, and we are going to outline these babies. And this is how you get your white items to pop. Just add in gray tones, and even blue tones would make it work. Like a B00 would be great. Like, it just makes a world of difference doing this. Just kind of takes shape. All right, so there's that. So now we're gonna go in and we are gonna color our mug. So I'm just gonna do some, yep, that's my light tone. So I'm gonna go in with R56 and we're gonna color our entire mug with R56. And I kind of chose colors to coordinate with the papers that we used for our pocket card.
Ooh, we got some good ideas here. You could pop dot the marshmallow for a 3D effect.
Oh yeah, that would be so cool, you guys.
And then Sanhaya says, that gives me an idea. You could color over the marshmallows with embossing pen and emboss with a puffy white embossing powder.
Ooh, or like even a snow marker would be really fun with this. Alright, so there's that. Now we're going to go in with our darker tone, which is RV69. And we are going to color in our darker areas.
Thanks for sharing, Baleen.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing the video. So we can get the word out about Unity. And of course, as crafters, we need to enable each other to buy more crafty supplies. So we're all in the same boat of having a plethora, right? All right, I'm going to go back in with that first light tone and just kind of go over both of the colors here and just blend. And again, not super concerned that I'm going outside of the mug because we're going to fussy cut this. I just want to get it nice and blended. Perfect. So that is looking good. So now we can go ahead and fussy cut this out. This is a great one for fussy cutting, like I said earlier, if you're just tuning in. It doesn't have a coordinating die, but with a stamp like this, it's pretty easy. It's no biggie. Trying to read comments as I cut and try not to cut outside of where I need to be.
I've seen this question a couple times, and I'm not sure what it is either. What does it mean to be an anniversary follower?
Oh, it's a new thing that Facebook is doing, so I'm guessing that you started following us originally around this date, and so they're saying like, oh, this date XYZ, you started following Unity. I don't know, it just gives badges to people sometimes, and people are like, what is this? I'm like, it's not us, I don't know. So I'm going to take a black marker here. I noticed on some of them too, they actually said the year, like, oh, 5-year anniversary follower or whatever. So maybe anniversary follower, it's like a 1 year type thing, I don't know. But it's kind of fun. Alright, I'm just coloring the edges black. Just kind of helps. Alright, so we got that. So we're going to pop up that little mug on our pocket here. So I love how the colors all work together. So we're going to pop up our mug.
Ponzi has a good question. Wondering if there's an ink pad on the market a person could use to stamp and foil a sentiment.
Not yet. Well, actually, yes, there is a toner ink pad. I forget who makes it, but the reason I do not have it is because you basically have, like, I think like an hour to use it, and then it's done. Like, you gotta throw it away. It's not gonna work again. So I don't have that. But what I do use for foiling stamped images is our Duo Gel. Well, not our Duo Gel. It is by Deco Foil. So this you can get with our new bundle, but I usually just take like a Tim Holtz blending brush, and what I would do, like, I wouldn't foil something like this because the lines are really thin, and I don't think it's gonna be as good as you'd like it to be. But these sentiments would actually work perfectly for foiling because they're large, they're solid, so you could put it in your Misty, take your Tim Holtz little blending sponge, do a little bit on there, and just dab it on your stamp and stamp it down. Allow it to dry, and you can run that through the laminator with your Deco foil and get a foiled sentiment. So you can do that with really any stamp using this Duo Gel. Less is more when you do that. All
And
right.
make sure to clean it right away.
Yes, make sure to clean it right away because Duo Gel is very sticky. All right, so I'm going to grab some of our May Arts twine. This is in our shop. I love, love, love this twine for card making. And just wrap that around a few times. And we're going to tie a little bow. Just flip it underneath all of the strings so it's a little bit in place.
Leah says she uses a foil marker to color the stamp so it cleans easier.
Oh yeah, you could use that too, for sure. Deco Foil has a lot of different products for foiling stamps, so there are lots of possibilities. All right, so we got that going on, our little ribbon. I'm just gonna cut off our tails a little bit. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna grab our sentiment. You are the sugar to my coffee. Oh, this is a little lopsided. There we go. We're gonna pop that up a little bit. So I'm just gonna put it on the bottom half of the sentiment because the top half I want to kind of tuck under the coffee part. All right, like so.
Tamara's wondering if we have the sage twine for sale by the school.
No, we only have that in like the little ones. All right, so now for our pocket, we can go ahead and put a cute little gift of hot cocoa in there, or you could put a gift card, whatever you want, but I love how this whole thing turns out with our burlap backing. So super fun. So this one I actually added some glitter to it, so you could, to add a little bit of sparkle, I had that that pen here, just adding a little sparkle kind of around the edges of our coffee, because I think that's fun. So there you go. I love this. It's so much fun. You can put a little gift card in there or whatever, little candy cane. This is great for teacher gifts or friends or coworkers if you just want to brighten somebody's day. So I'm loving that. And then if you missed it, we did another version of an easy pocket card here. And so this one, we used the same set, except we didn't do the marshmallows on the inside. We did this one just plain. And then on this one, it has a little pocket right inside of here, so you can have a gift card in here. So I love how these turned out. Super duper fun way to use this set. Really great for small gifts for Christmas too. So yeah, I hope that this inspired you. The stamp set that I used was Coffee with a Heart. Those are the cute mugs that we are using. That awesome sentiment and die is like my favorite of this release, and it is a must-have. It is the Heart of Christmas stamp set and coordinating die set. If you do not have this, I highly recommend it. This is one of my most used stamp sets for winter, and I know that I'm going to be using these dies all the time too. So there's that. And of course we use some of our toner sheets for this foiled background. You can kind of see that sparkle effect there. we just got those back in stock. So yeah, lots happening. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I really hope that these pocket gift card ideas have inspired you to create and try it out for yourself. I would love to see your rendition of it. Over on the Unity Show and Tell page is our group, and so it's just a bunch of like-minded people, and they're sharing their card creations. It's where you're going to be in the know about sales and new arrivals and fun things happening. We sometimes share some behind the scenes here at Unity over there, so I would just love to see you over there. And thank you guys so much. Happy shopping.